Hey y'all. So I think I told you in the last video, I had a picture of some green beans that I had cooked, and someone emailed me or sent me a message on Facebook and said, "How do you cook these?" And I thought it was funny and interesting and enlightening to me that if you did not grow up with a grandmother or mother who cooked fresh beans or fresh anything, then you may not have seen this recipe before. And it is super easy. So I'm going to show you how to snap green beans first. You snap the ends off like that, and then you just snap them in two. So there are your green beans. Now I've snapped the ends off of all of these, but I haven't snapped them in two, so that's going to take me a minute. But while I'm doing it, I want to tell you, thank you for following me. And it means so much to us, and sharing our videos and making a little comment helps. I really don't understand all that, except I got a message the other day, I think I showed y'all, that said, your distribution is going to be wider. I'm like, well, that's a plan. So anyway, actually, snapping green beans, I love to do it with Nico, because you sit outside, people used to do it on their porches, and it's just a real bonding thing. Plus, you're feeding your soul as well as your tummy. So I got all these veggies, you can see them behind me, from the Amish. And I love going out there. It's very close to our house, just about an hour away. And you can just go out there and get the best fresh vegetables and fruits. They have blackberries and blueberries now, and I didn't see them the other day. So I'm going to go back to try and get some, because I want to make a cobbler for y'all. But anyway, find your local farmer's market. You can find green beans there. Or if you have an Amish community near you, find them. So basically what you want are the green beans to be all kind of the same size. And honestly, I love doing this. My grandmother had the sweetest little porch in Vic, Louisiana. And I can remember our experiences on that porch so much. And I used to, whenever I was a little girl, would go there on Sundays and during the week a lot of times too. I used to run as fast as I could, run up to that little porch. And to me, it was magic, heaven. And my last memory of my grandfather, and I was young whenever he went to heaven, was on that porch. And actually, we have a picture of it. I'll have to get it out and post it with this video because it's so sweet. I had wanted some more iced tea after lunch, and Mama told me I couldn't have any. I'd had enough, and I drink so much iced tea. I still love it. And so I went out there, and I probably was crying, I don't know. That's silly to cry over, I know, but I was pouting, I'm sure. And he said, "What's wrong with you, baby?" And I said, "Mama won't let me have any more iced tea." And so he had some in his hand. He was, the men ate first, then the kids, and then the women. But they liked it like that, because then they could sit there and laugh and enjoy their food. And there wasn't enough room around the table for everybody to eat at one time. And anyway, so he said, "Come over here." Come over here. So I did, and he gave me some of this iced tea. And I always thought, I love that that's my last memory of him. And I just think that was the best thing ever. He really thought he was putting something over on my mama. So anyway, grandparents prerogative, So that I always thought that was super sweet. Now my grandmother had arthritis really bad over all her little body. She was a real little thing, petite, and but she still raised a garden. She raised all her veggies. She raised what we ate on Sundays, and she raised chickens, and she had a flower garden. And my daughter, Charlene, whom y'all know, loves to garden. I didn't get that green thumb. But Charlene did. And it's just, what she puts in her garden is just beautiful. In fact, she has some green beans, but they just haven't all come in yet. But this is going to make a nice batch of green beans, and we'll have it this week for a meal. One of our meals with some cornbread right back there. And then I'll freeze some, and I'll just put them in mason jars and freeze it with the liquid that we cook it in. And anyway, I love them. And I'll probably get them a couple of more times. So anyway, there's my cookbook right back there. You can order it on my website. Can you see it? There you go. You can order my Dana Dash on my website. At the end, we're going to put some Dana Dash in here whenever they've cooked down a little bit. It's such a great seasoning. I have enjoyed. That's been one of the real pleasures of me doing all this, is that I always wanted to do something like that and kind of didn't have the nerve for a long time. And then once I did, felt like, you know what, the Lord was saying, it's okay to do that. Go right ahead. And so I did, and it's been such a pleasure because I've met so many sweet people who have supported me and sell it in their stores. So anyway, so here are our green beans in our pot. And I put a little bit of bacon grease on the bottom. I'm going to add some water. This is about 4 cups of water, and what will happen is they'll steam, and then the water will start reducing, which is exactly what you want. And then I have a half of a white Vidalia onion. Got that at the Amish too. Some really sweet little potatoes. Potatoes are really important in this dish. I don't know why. The potatoes taste so good, and it just flavors the green beans really well. I use 1 bouillon cube. A lot of people use a little bit of chicken stock in their water. I'm not going to do it this time, and we'll see. And then I have 4 pieces of bacon that I've just kind of sliced up, and we're going to let that cook down with it. So I'm going to, let's see, I'll put a little bit of salt on them. I'm not going to do any pepper until the very end, but we'll do about a teaspoon of salt in it, and then I'm going to bring it over to the stove and put it on, and I'll show you what they look like after they've cooked. I think you're going to love them. Green beans 101. Okay, y'all, here are our beautiful green beans and potatoes. They have cooked all this time, and I have them on a strong simmer, I'll have to say. Facial. But here they are. Look how pretty they are. So most of the liquid has cooked out, which is what you want. You want a little bit of liquid in there to heat them up, but you do want, you don't want as much liquid as you started with, because you kind of covered the green beans and all like that. So here, I'm going to take a little bit out. They are hot as they can be. I put a generous helping of Dana Dash on them. About midway. I'm going to put a little bit more to make sure they're nice and flavorful. And stir it up. And then I learned this the other day. Whenever you're cooking any type of vegetable greens or anything like that, if you will let them cool in the cooking liquid, then it just boosts up the flavor a lot. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so here are green beans. So hot, but gorgeous. They're not too hot. You know, this is the deal, is that you can tell they're fresh. And they're delicious. So flavorful. I think you're going to love them. Bon appetit, y'all.